Hello, everyone, and welcome to Women Crush Wednesday. It's your girl, Kimberly, and I'm super excited because we have a special guest tonight, and it is my girlfriend, Nikki, and I'm going to turn it over to her for her to tell us a little bit about herself. So take it away, Nikki.
Hello, everyone. As Kimberly said, I'm Nikki White. I am a single mother of a 20. Oh my gosh, she'll be 23 this year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, time flies, right?
Yes. She is 23 years old. She's in college. She actually decided to go to Valdosta State University because that's where I went before joining the Navy. I did 20 years in the Navy as I was in aviation, yes. And I loved my time there. I did. So after the Navy, after I retired from the Navy in 2015, I came back home to Georgia, not back to Columbus, Georgia, where I was originally born from. But I came back here to Atlanta and I started working in the hospital at Emory Long Term Acute Care, now, which was previously the Cab Medical. So now I'm there working, helping people because that's what I love to do. I just thrive on just giving back. I just love giving back or whatever. So that's pretty much in a nutshell of who I really am. I'm just like one of these people, I can I'm really an introvert, but I have an extrovert heart. So I like to talk to people. I like to get to know people, but I really kind of stay in my shell. But people bring that other part of me out. So I just love doing these types of things or whatever. How I got into Mary Kay? Actually, one of my old shipmates. I was my first ship. I remember walking on board the ship, and it was this little bitty lady. Her name was Sandra. Well, we call her Swint, and she was on there. And oh boy, I was so afraid of her because she was just such a strong personality. And here I was, this meek, mild, personality coming up, and but she took me under her wings then, and it was just like everything that she does, she always calls me up, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm just too shy for this. But this time, I actually was sitting talking to her, and she was telling me about her Mary Kay business, and I said, well, how do you do that? What do you do? How do you get started with this? And she says it's $35 to start. I said, send me the link. And from there, I'm here. So I'm here.
Yay! Well, I am excited for you. So tell us, why did you decide to start, and what are you most excited about right now?
I decided to start because life really started lifing. Like, so I was needing an extra income, and talking to Sandra, she was just telling me about, hey, I have these. She actually was doing something else on one of her other little hustles that she has on the side. So, and I was like, hey, I said, you know, I really need to catch up on some bills or whatever. And then she starts telling me about the Mary Kay business. She was like, oh yeah, oh shoot, it's Tuesday and I'm getting ready to get on with the ladies or whatever. And she was like, it's just a wonderful group of ladies that I'm with. They're so inspiring and everything. And I said, inspiring. I just finished praying. And then I watched, I was rewatching the word from Sunday, and the pastor says, surround yourself with people of like-minded people or people who are trying to be above. And I was like, is he talking to me? Is this his sign? And so, she's sitting there and she's talking, and so I was like, oh, well, I really don't have the money right now, but I need the money. But I keep hearing this voice in my head telling me, hey, you asked for it. I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to give you the outlets. And so when she said she just presented, she just said what she had to say, and we were sitting down, and I just kept hearing this voice. I just kept hearing this voice. I said, what's the link? Send me the link. And everybody around us was doing everything, and I'm just over there on my phone. I guess she thought I was on the phone on Facebook or whatever, but I'm not a social media person, first and foremost. But I'm just on the phone, and I was just like, oh shoot. I said, hey, so if I sign up what's going to be the cost? She says, this is $35. I said, oh, I got $35 in my bank account. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay. And so she was sitting there. She said, you signed up? I said, yes. She says, oh, wow. And then the next thing I know, I meet this amazing group of ladies. And when I say everybody was just on there and they were just inspiring one another, and everybody had a smile on their face, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh,
Yes.
that's amazing. I love that. Okay, so you work full time in the hospital. So tell us, how do you work your business? Because you have your full time job, but how do you do your business on the side? How do you work your business?
Well, my first customers were my coworkers, and when I tell you, they are so amazing. They are so amazing. From my first beauty bar, it was, of course, my family and my friends, my some close friends, and I did get just a few referrals from that. My mom has been my number one customer.
Your mom loves Mary Kay.
Yes.
She's a Mary Kay girl through and
Yes,
through.
yes, she is. But my coworkers, so I come into work now, um and it was one lady. It was one lady in particular. I remember her telling me. She says, "Oh, I used to wear Mary Kay. It was this one color lipstick that I just used to love, but I don't know about it anymore." And so she sits and I tell you, this lady inspires me so much. And she's like, oh no. And then I said, well, I said, it was another lady at work selling Mary Kay. They said, oh, she doesn't sell it anymore. And I said, she doesn't? And they were like, no. And so I was like, oh my gosh. I said, that's why I really didn't say anything. She says, open your mouth. You have to open your mouth. And so as I'm talking to her, somebody else was walking past, eavesdropping on our conversation because she's loud, I'm soft. So she's like, and so the next thing I know is like, hey, I come into work and everybody's looking for me. Funny story is a couple of days because I do work and I am answering phones all night. I'm answering call lights. So I was like, how is this gonna work? This is not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm able to do it. I do it. I do it, and I do it from work. I do it from the ladies. They keep inspiring me to keep moving. And I was actually I forgot to take my stuff, all my bags out of the car one night. And so it's just been sitting, they've just been sitting in the car because I'm working. They call me into work when I'm off. So I feel like I'm just working all the time. But so I left it in my car. And I had an order. I had to go. I said, "Oh, I got to run out to my car." So one of the guys, he walked me out to my car so I could get the stuff out of the car. He says, "What are you doing? You pedaling?" I said, "Yeah, I'm pedaling Mary Kay out of my trunk." He says, "Really?" So as I'm sitting there talking to him, he says, "Hey," he called somebody over and they said, "What do you have in there?" I said, "Oh, it's Mary Kay." She said, "I need some lipstick. I said, "Guess what? I just got some lip glosses in." So just this morning, I sold CC cream and I sold a lip liner, a lip gloss this morning. I was just like, wow. So all I need to do is just come stand by my car and open the truck.
Up the trunk.
So yes, so it's really, really possible. I didn't think it would be possible because, and then working nights. So like I'm sleep during the daytime. But I try to work it out. So now I'm actually starting up on my website. I'm starting up on getting social media. So it's all coming. It's slowly coming together. But I mean, I don't know how it happens, but the sales come in, and I'm like, yay! I'm helping the team. So so.
What I love, Nikki, is what you did was you weren't like, I can't do it. You were like, how can I do it? Right? A lot of
Yes.
people shut themselves out because they're like, I can't do that. I can't do this. And they're only thinking about what they can't do instead of trying to figure out, like, okay, how can I do this? Because other people do it, right? How can I do it? And I'm so excited that you figured out how you can do it because you are crushing it. Like you are crushing it. you're crushing it on your job, obviously, but you're crushing it in your business as well by working nights to sleeping during the day, right? Most people are up during the day. So it just goes to show that it doesn't matter, what you do. You can still, if you choose to, because it's all a choice, you can still be successful at both, full-time job and your business on the side as well. Okay, so tell us, what's your favorite product?
Oh, my favorite product, it's the moisturizing that the moisturizing the mask. The Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Just renewing gel mask.
Yes, the
Okay.
gel mask. Oh my goodness. So I put it on and then I stand in the mirror and I'm gonna tell you, so like about 2 years ago, I was like really, really depressed. And I didn't even like looking in the mirror. Now I can't get out of the mirror.
I'm so happy to hear that. I am so happy to hear how just by using products, right? We always say we change people from the outside to the inside, and I think it is so true because when you feel good about how you look, you start to feel better on the inside too. And it just really, just changes things for you too as well. Okay, so last question. Let's
Mhm.
say someone was thinking about starting their business, like on the fence, they just didn't know. Whether they should or shouldn't or what have you, like what advice would you give them?
Give it a chance. It's $35. I took that chance on that $35 and I made an investment in myself. I made an investment in myself. And the thing about saying that, if you don't push yourself just a little bit, and you can't be afraid of everything because the I think I got more out of Mary Kay than what I ever thought I would ever get out of Mary Kay so far. I have a lot of sisters now, and even though I can't get in on all of the chats, I peek in on them when I'm at work. I'm listening in on the TNLs and stuff or whatever. So the support is there. Whenever you don't feel like you can keep going, trust me, just get on a feed, get on a live feed, get on the TNLs, reach out to somebody, and it's always going to be somebody there to support you. And saying that you don't have the money to start, just always remember it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in you, and that's what I would tell them right now. Really,
I think that's so good. Bet on yourself, right? You can't bet on
yeah,
anyone else. Bet on yourself because you get to choose and decide, right? It's you. You get to make the decision.
yeah.
So bet on yourself. I love that. Thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us tonight. I am super excited for you, super excited for your business, just super excited for everything that you have going on and things that you're doing in your life as well. So thank you again for joining us and have a good night, everyone.
Good night.